Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits only temporarily those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Ghetto, run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down, war and cry. Fight down, me say Rastafari. War and cry and do that righteousness. Hey, we love. I will love Jaja. I will love Jaja. Yeah, we love Jaja. We love Jaja. We love Jaja. Put time away again. Listen,
Yeah!
so just as I and I say, watch your man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down, war and fight. Fight down, war and fight. Rastafari, war and fight. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari. And we love Jah. Me love Jaja. Me love Jaja. Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jaja. Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twink.
We're not going to be like the labor rights who leave them lead our road. Because us here, we've been asking the Prime Minister to take a stance, a meaningful one, on the Cuban issue. And now that he's somewhere along the road that we desire him to be on in relation to Cuba, then on a matter of principle, when it comes to national issue, we ought to separate the international issues from the domestic politics. Labour right to not leave Andrew Holness a road, but Andrew Holness need national unity at the moment. It is said that CARICOM leaders are planning to send aid to Cuba. What that aid is, we don't know yet. Them not make the stipulation or give the specification of what it is going to be. Good evening, everybody, to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good evening, all. Welcome. One big good evening from me. Now, you might be asking, is he gone off his rockers? Can Andrew Holness really be supported? Yes, this is not a domestic issue. And even if he does good on a domestic issue that benefit the country, benefit the people, because the first and foremost is about the country and about the people, then we can support it if it benefits us or the majority of us. What I am wondering is Andrew Holness going to patter down and take a U-turn or try to give a justification to the Americans? I never saw him mean and it come out that way. I'm looking out for that. But for the moment, he needs to be supported on this matter if he means well. It is our brothers and sisters in Cuba who will benefit. Our brothers and sisters that has been thrust into this by the Americans for no apparent reason. We cannot let these people continue to dictate to us. Oh, how we wish that Andrew Holness was a stronger leader. Oh, how we wish that Andrew Holness could stand on his feet rather than on his knees. We really wish that, because what we want is a strong leader. But I'm still worried about the Prime Minister come along and backpedal when them turn up the burner. Did he communicate this with the local on his intention? No, that's another thing. And it's another sidestepping way Andrew Holness is dealing with us as well. This is a big decision. This is a national decision. This is not just Andrew Holness's decision, because a lot of us asking Andrew Holness to take a principled stance. We know it can cause economic backlash to Jamaica, which we are saying as a region, make it all and we go through it together rather than we stand up and see them push Cuba over the cliff. Because what we must also understand, the importance the importance of Cuba to the Caribbean, particularly in their healthcare workers. If we allow Cuba to fail, us in the Caribbean will suffer gravely. Or health will suffer gravely. Because if the American them get to mash it up and turn it in a capitalism, the Cuban healthcare workers now go come to Jamaica come work for the peanut when better salary are go enough for them country. You understand? These people educated and well qualified, and this is one of the problem with the Americans. The Americans don't like educated population, not even for them. To what the dunces population I walk around right now is the British and the Americans. To what the dunces thing on 2 foot I walk around right now are the British and the American. No, we cannot ask Andrew Holness to support Cuba, to stand by Cuba, and if him look like him want to stand or go stand, we not for sure him up and support him. We can support him pan Cuba while we are broke him other foot pan domestic issue. That's how the politics work. You notice, I don't know if any of you the other night watched the State of the Union address that the mad big man baby gave. You know, the big Uncle Donald Trump? Yeah, the one with the swollen ankle and the little hand. The Democrats, throughout the whole tiring noise coming from the town crier, the Democrats only cheered once. The Democrats only applauded Donald Trump once. And you know what? On what they perceive to be a matter of national unity, the destruction of Iran. That's what they unite around. Even though the Republicans are staunch, the Democrats are staunch opposition to Trump. But on the matter of decimating Iran military capability, they unite around that. So we can unite with Andrew around standing with Cuba. And then as we meet him round the corner, we lick him in a knee about something I had. That's how politics go. But what we will not do, America, all our leaders in the world, thief, lie, and crooked, we now go throw for a crook under the bus for another convicted crook. Oh, how we would have wish that ours could get in front of the court and become convicted. But remember, America wanna take up a convicted one and enforce on the world. So the whole of we are protect with criminal America. America, the whole of we are protect with criminal. Just like no take Jeffrey out of prison and we don't know no send him, if we send him to Israel, if we send him back to an island or where. We are protect for with criminal. Because just like how they have used for we have used to feel criminal too. The world doesn't revolve around America. The world shouldn't be taking order from America. America don't sit in the driving seat of the world anymore. The world just make America manipulate them with its military so-called capability. That will soon get exposed. The minute they start what we are waiting on them for. They will get exposed. So, us standing by Andrew Holness, now go give him JLP support. So I don't know if you think, me know say whole up we hate him. But this is about Cuba, not Andrew Holness. And it's not only about Cuba. This is about the future of our health in the Caribbean, Jamaica. This is about the future of our health in the Caribbean. Me know it's a very touchy subject. Me know it's a very warm subject. Me know it's a very heavy subject to carry. Because on one hand, we're emotional about Cuba. On the other hand, we've got a detest for Andrew Holness. How do we work those two together? What we have to do is to do the separation tactics. You have to do the separation tactics. It's not Andrew Holness and his policies you're supporting. You're supporting Andrew Holness on the matter of principle surrounding Cuba. You're not supporting Andrew Holness' domestic policies. It's not that you have a come to Jesus Christ moment and you turn labor right. No, we're supporting a national issue. As to why members of the Jamaica Labour Party left the Prime Minister alone a road, it's beyond me. Come out, me was looking for people like the JLP spoke people, them and media people, them come out and say something to them. Nobody has said nothing. Like, when I say Andrew go take on PNP business for himself, so him and the PNP them for sort it out. Like, seriously? I hope another to not say, I hope not say Andrew go take up PNP and socialist business on his head. So, whatever come at the PNP, them have to go help him fight it out. I hope to God and us so. Because Cuban nurse treat labor right and PNP. Cuban doctor treat labor right and PNP. Cuban eye specialist treat labor right and PNP. You know, if they mash up Cuba, the Caribbean is going to go blind. You know that, don't you? You know, if they mash up Cuba, the Caribbean is going to go blind. The Caribbean is going to have health crisis after health crisis. You do understand that. So don't see the support for Andrew Holness as a personal thing. It's a national issue. is either we stand united or we stand divided. The divided stand is what Donald Trump and Marco Rubio is imposing on the Caribbean and on the region at the moment. They want us to be divided, and we must counter that by fostering national unity. All if we want chop off, we lead ahead. All if we want chop off, we lead ahead. Not for the Americans them. Chop off in head when it got to do with we and Andrew. But not when the American them want to tell the entire region who fi talk to, what fi do, and how we fi live their life. While the same people them we are getting order, sacrifice children, molest children, rape children, and eat children. How dare they? How dare they? So we must stand behind Andrew Holness on this matter. It is a hot, touchy subject, but we must do the separation tactics. Separate the personality from the policy. Separate the personality from the policy. Separate Andrew domestic politics from the importance of the international politics. We can't make the Americans them for 1 second think they have our support on this. Not even for a teeny bit a second. We will chop off Andrew head, America. Pan this year, we will chop off Andrew head. If we don't find Andrew with crime will cross on the border, then we will throw him go no. But on the matter of Cuba, we're going to stand up on the battlefield with him because we understand dirty, nasty, pedophile America. We've been through it, we don't know already, in the 70s and 80s. The only pity is Drunkro, because we don't have a strong leader who will turn up all in the day and tell you, say, I will not take orders from murderers, pedophile, child rapists, and child eaters, and child sacrificers. Dirty America. America without moral standing. Look at America. Look at America. America has never had moral standing in this world. America don't have moral. America don't have conscience. America has not shown the world humanity. And want to come tell people how to live their life while not kill babies. America, how dare you, you baby killers? How dare you, Donald Trump, a 13-year-old? The news soon bust out in a New York Times. A 13-year-old Donald Trump said you raped her and beat her. Donald Trump had done something that we want you to go start about and come off of the Cuba issue, come off of the China issue and go start out your pedophile galangin. Donald Trump, I use the younger man we say hold your daughter around your waist and I kiss your daughter upon lip. Donald Trump. Me don't know Donald Trump if you abuse Ivanka. Me don't know, and the world will start ask because now we find out say a rapist and abuser Donald Trump. The world should want to know. So don't bother start with Andrew pan the Cuba issue. Find something else, start with him pan, not pan this. You bloody murderer. Well, Global TV did an editorial on the Andrew issue today. Because we're serious about standing with Andrew on this matter. Don't see it as a holistic stand. Because by tomorrow morning, we'll come back out, showing him up against wall again. You understand? So, Andrew, now the labor right them, now nobody make me want to know. Disclaimer, disclaimer. Me no want no go walk and talk, you say. Or no go walk and believe, you say. We have a conversion. Global TV have a conversion and take side with Andrew. No, You can see me come out tomorrow morning with pickaxe and shovel for Andrew. You know me can't tame. Oh, tell you for now.
In a significant display of regional solidarity and press support, Global TV 358 has formally signaled its standing with Prime Minister Andrew Holness as he navigates a complex diplomatic storm involving CARICOM, the Cuban energy crisis, and
Globalist, this is my editorial.
Subsequent threats from United States congressional figures. The following article outlines the current geopolitical tension and the reasons behind the press's support for the Prime Minister's zone of peace diplomacy. Defending sovereignty. Global TV 358 stands with PM Holness amidst U.S. backlash over Cuba policy. Kingston, Jamaica. In a move that highlights the growing tension between regional autonomy and hemispheric superpowers, Global TV 358 and segments of the Caribbean press have voiced strong support for Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The Prime Minister is currently facing a diplomatic trial by fire, following a landmark CARICOM speech in which he advocated for humanitarian dialogue and the lifting of energy blockades affecting Cuba. The speech that sparked a storm. The controversy began during a recent CARICOM summit, where Prime Minister Holness, acting as a leading voice for regional stability, addressed the deteriorating humanitarian situation in Cuba. With Cuba facing a total collapse of its electrical grid due to fuel shortages, exacerbated by tightened U.S. sanctions on oil shipments, Holness called for a pragmatic and humanitarian approach. Holness argued that a total collapse of Cuba would not only be a human tragedy, but a regional security threat, likely triggering a mass migration crisis that would destabilize Jamaica, the Bahamas, and Florida alike. He reiterated the long-standing CARICOM principle of the Caribbean as a zone of peace, free from the proxy conflicts of larger powers. The backlash from Washington. The Prime Minister's call for dialogue did not sit well with hardliners in Washington. Following his remarks, reports surfaced of sharp rebukes from high-ranking U.S. congressmen. One prominent congressman reportedly labeled the CARICOM stance as alignment with adversaries and hinted at potential legislative repercussions that could affect trade benefits and security cooperation under the Caribbean Basin Initiative. The threat was clear. Caribbean nations must choose between their regional solidarity with Cuba and their strategic partnership with the United States. Global TV 358 and the press respond. Global TV 358 has taken a firm stance, reporting that the Prime Minister is not pro-Cuba or anti-American, but rather pro-Caribbean. In its editorial coverage, Global TV 358 emphasized that Jamaica's foreign policy must be dictated by its own national interests and the humanitarian needs of its neighbors, not by the electoral politics of a foreign capital. The press standing with Holness highlights three key points. 1. Humanitarian integrity. The press argues that Holness is correctly prioritizing human life. The Cuban crisis is no longer just political, it is a matter of hospitals without power and families without food. 2. Sovereignty over subservience. Global TV 358's coverage suggests that if the Caribbean allows its leaders to be bullied into silence by congressional threats, it forfeits its sovereignty. Standing with the PM is seen as a defense of Jamaica's right to independent thought. 3. Regional stability. Analysts on Global TV 358 have pointed out that Holness is actually protecting U.S. interests by trying to prevent a Cuban collapse, which would inevitably lead to a chaotic refugee crisis that the U.S. is currently ill-equipped to handle. A defining moment for CARICOM. As U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and other officials continue to engage with the region, the pressure on Holness is expected to mount. However, with the backing of Global TV 358 and a growing chorus of regional advocates, the Prime Minister appears resolute. The message from Kingston is clear. Jamaica values its historic friendship with the United States, but that friendship cannot come at the cost of turning a blind eye to a humanitarian catastrophe in its own backyard. Do you believe the U.S. should reconsider its sanctions on Cuban oil shipments if it means preventing a mass migration crisis in the Caribbean?
We must not let the U.S. feel they should knock a drum over our head, whether it be because of visa, financial transaction, or whatever. We have a level of development. We have other global partners where we can trade with, other financial institutions in the world offer loan with better interest than the IMF and the World Bank. BRICS and China interest rate is much lower than the World Bank and the IMF. BRICS and China loan does not come with policy stipulations as IMF and World Bank loan come with. When you take IMF and World Bank loan, they tell you where you can spend your money upon in your country, if you can develop any sector, whether you can fix road, repair hospital, develop hospital, build new school. The IMF dictate all of them something there. Don't follow the American them about Chinese death trap or whatever. IMF is the same death trap. Death trap or death trap. Which one door of the death trap give you elbow room? Is the BRICS death trap? The BRICS don't impose a policy upon you. The BRICS don't point a gun upon you. The BRICS don't send their manager in your country to come manage your country. So on stop follow the Americans' propaganda like a them one a do good as in the world. When we know say if you take a favor from an American, you have to skin out for them first, or then have to rape you first, or have some secret on you first before you get any benefit from them. So don't be fooled by the Americans. IMF and World Bank, why we can't develop. See the little partnership we have with China, though the partnership don't balance, we see better development in our country than this lamented relationship we claim we have with America and the West, where we never see no progress in a, all them do them turn we in a gay and lesbian and turn we naked and all sort. Tell me what else then we benefit from them, barring the nastiness of America, barring the Satanism and the Sodom and Gomorrahism of America. What have we benefited Jamaica? Talk truth. Talk truth and don't come with the little visa galangin. Don't come with the visa galangin. What we benefit? What we benefit from the relationship with them? Nothing. Nothing further than control. Look how long we used to go to S and Ben to go over Perchy Hill, and never until the Chinese them start the development in our country, even though these highway not free for drive pan, but it cut down with movement time all heap and provide with a little more safety on the highway rather than a little curb and chaka what we do go through. We can't make these people continue to take with on sex slave and salon slave to clean up after American nastiness. At time we break away from this bullshit. America is going over the cliff. We should not go over the cliff with them. Same way America walk on borrow from China. Same way America walk on trust from China and can want war with China. We can borrow and trust from China too. We'd be better off borrowing and trusting from China. It's just that we need leader like Abraham Chori to make deal will benefit our country and not just the Chinese them. And that's the problem with the Chinese deal. I know the Chinese them are the problem. Our leader we just roll over. Two them used to the roll over and cock up their foot where the British and the American teach them. So everybody come, then just roll over and cock up their foot. So that's the problem. And not really the Chinese them. Because them fuck around and go on in the Abraham Traore country. Because whatever Abraham Traore do are for the benefit and country and in people. A lot of African country is having a good deal with Chinese investment. So we must cut the scrap of America, like Jamaica have to hold on to America. Look at Cuba. 70 years. And them can't break Cuba. 70 years. Jamaica, come on now. And the same people were then left as the worst. And them have to provide doctor and teacher to the region. Do you understand? So we don't have no benefit with them people, yeah? Because all we do, we train nurses and teachers for them. We train chef and we train hotel workers, bar staff, cleaning staff, and also. And then something that we are doing, actually, we don't sit down and analyze it. We must come out of the perception of the be all and end all of America. We must assess and analyze things, see where America is, and say America fall, and decide not to fall with America. The old narrative of America don't exist anymore. Yes, then we use the media and then big mouth and tell you so. But when you assess the economy, when you assess the military capability, when you assess the industrialization of America, Britain and America just walk and sell services. Britain and America just walk and sell services. They're not manufacture nothing anymore. Can you not check and find out? They're not manufacturing anything. See, Donald Trump start war with China, and China hold on pan the rare earth material them where Donald Trump need for build in all military and war gadget and technologies galang in them. Because America don't have the capability to do it. You understand? America don't have the capability to assemble iPhone, and China and India do it. What do not understand about the failures of America? Stop walking and listen to the whole heap of big fat lie where America get up and tell you every day. It not really go so again. Britain and America dropped down buffer dot from 2008. A quantitative easing in their academic language, but money laundering, and it'll keep them afloat. Drugs dealing and weapon sales. And them something they keep them economy afloat. When you stop walking and listen to the people them, half of what them are telling you don't go so. When you listen to Epstein file, if you never believe that the world is built on a lie and run on a lie, Epstein file is exposing it to you. So why not wait pan? When you stop walking and follow America, we can borrow money from China. We can borrow money from the BRICS. And America borrow money for lend. America borrow money or print money for lend. America don't have value anymore. So when you stop believing idiotness. No. Let's slip over to the church and chant. Me do a comparative article on the two of them because the church,
In February 2026,
the church come out and chant on the blood money issue. And I'm asking the question if this is selective morality from the church, because blood money are blood money in whatever way come. And I would have deemed the Hurricane Melissa blood $75 million. Would the Prime Minister give the church for clean up? Wouldn't you see that as blood money, Jamaica? Wouldn't you see that as blood money? Bill Clinton is in the hot seat today. A lie. Lord, I forgot watch. I forgot watch Congress. Hillary, did I see Hillary that I testify to? Or just the pedophile, the rapist bill alone? Or transvestite wife Hillary did that too? These demons and bastards. Yes. In my view, the church collecting offering from their members in a Western Jamaica during this Melissa period is blood money. The church collecting the 75 million from the government is blood money. Hillary did go in front of them as well. I forgot watch them later. Blood money. because the way how Melissa do the people, and given how rich the churches are, and the church have the nerve to take 75 million from the government, while victims of Melissa is still under tent and tarpaulin. Wouldn't you deem that as the same blood money where Dr. Chang say JFJ a survive pan? In my view, the church would not survive pan the same blood money, because church don't mind where the money come from as long as the offering getting at them plate. Let's go to the article where we do pan the two of them.
In February 2026, a political and moral firestorm erupted in Jamaica following a provocative statement by Dr. Horace Chang, the Minister of National Security. During a heated discourse on the role of human rights groups in the face of rising crime, Dr. Chang alleged that organizations like Jamaicans for Justice were living off blood money. He suggested that by criticizing law enforcement and receiving international grants, these advocates were indirectly supported by interests that profit from the island's violence. While church leaders were quick to demand that Dr. Chang withdraw the blood money remark, calling it a reckless attack on civil society, the controversy has pivoted toward a more uncomfortable mirror. Critics are now pointing to the church's own financial conduct during the catastrophic aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, questioning whether the religious institution has the moral standing to decry blood money while it reportedly extracted wealth from the victims of a national tragedy. The moral outcry and the demand for retraction. The Jamaica Council of Churches and various evangelical heads characterized Dr. Chang's comments as inflammatory and dangerous. Their argument centered on the idea that labeling human rights funding as blood money delegitimizes the essential oversight needed to prevent police brutality. By painting advocacy as a criminal-adjacent enterprise, the government was seen as attempting to silence dissent through character assassination. However, this high moral ground was immediately challenged by a public that remembers the optics of the church's financial operations during the peak of the Hurricane Melissa crisis. The shadow of Hurricane Melissa, relief or extraction. The critique against the church's selective morality is rooted in the harrowing weeks following Hurricane Melissa. As the storm decimated homes, destroyed crops, and left thousands without clean water or electricity, the church positioned itself as the primary vehicle for relief. Yet the reality on the ground told a more complex story of financial extraction. 1. The ethics of tithing amidst ruins. During the height of the Hurricane Melissa recovery, reports surfaced of congregations being urged to continue sacrificial giving and tithes, even as they stood under shredded tarps. To many observers, the sight of a collection plate circulating among people who had lost their entire livelihoods to the storm felt predatory. This practice led to the counteraccusation that the church was collecting its own form of blood money, funds derived directly from the physical suffering and desperation of a broken populace. 2. Lack of transparency in disaster funds. While millions were funneled through religious NGOs for Hurricane Melissa relief, critics argued that there was a lack of public accountability regarding where those funds actually went. If Dr. Chang's definition of blood money involves funding that lacks clear moral origin, then the church's refusal to provide transparent audits of disaster donations puts them in a similarly compromised position. 3. The sanctified double standard. Dr. Chang's critics argue that if international grants for human rights are blood money, then the state and the church, both of whom receive massive infusions of capital during disasters like Hurricane Melissa, must be held to the same standard. The church's silence on the ethics of profiting from disaster victims makes its loud condemnation of Dr. Chang appear hypocritical to those who were financially pressured by their ministries during the storm. The ethical dilemma, defining blood money. The controversy reveals a profound disagreement over what constitutes unclean wealth in a developing nation. For Dr. Horace Chang, blood money is any funding that obstructs the state's hardline approach to security. For the church, blood money is a defamatory label used to attack the integrity of religious and civil institutions. For the survivors of Hurricane Melissa, blood money is the wealth extracted from the poor during their moment of greatest vulnerability, whether by a politician's rhetoric or a pastor's collection plate. Conclusion. As the pressure mounts for Dr. Chang to retract his statement, the conversation has evolved into a broader audit of institutional integrity. For the church to lead a moral charge against blood money rhetoric, it must first address the grievances of those who felt exploited during the Hurricane Melissa recovery. Until there is a universal standard for financial transparency, one that applies to the sanctuary as strictly as it does to the halls of government, the debate over blood money will remain a weapon of political convenience rather than a tool for genuine justice. Should there be a legal moratorium on religious tithing and collections in areas officially declared as disaster zones following events like Hurricane Melissa,
Yeah, so if the church upset over the blood money word, the church needs to give it back with $75 million. $75 million blood money too. The $75 million churches across Jamaica, Western Jamaica, will collect the $75 million. It's blood money. The people of Jamaica died for it. The people of Jamaica never get so much out of it as much as you get. So it's selective morality when you not come out and rebuke Horace Chang. Make we rebuke him. No make uno we collect the same blood money we matter about. Rebuke him. Because we know drugs dealer and gunman are two offering in our offering plate we don't know about and not comfortable with the jankro. So when you not come out here, no one come out. When you not come out here, no one come out. Because remember, when they line up for quarrel over the blood money, over the Melissa blood money, the whole one did line up for attack Everard Warmington over the blood money. So when you not come out and rebuke people, remember say blood money, whichever blood touchy, and however way blood touchy is blood money. So no forgive we back with money, you understand? No, with the Bill and Hillary Galangin, I never even watched nothing yesterday, I never even watched nothing much today. But I'm hoping that they perjured themselves. Bill will always lie. Bill Clinton make up as a lie. Now, Bill Clinton has on say he don't know the woman when they in the tub with. He don't must know her, you know. Because to say a traffic victim, them not really care about them that way there. All them care about is them fetishes. More likely, him high under crack and alcohol all at the same time as well. Opal, how you do? He high pan fantasy at the same time. So, he no must tell lie, say he don't know who she is. But well, Bill Clinton can tell we say, he can't tell we say she not underage. Bill Clinton. You can't tell we say is not one, a traffic victim, and two, Bill Clinton. You can't tell we say she not underage. She's one of the two. If she not underage, she's a traffic victim or both. Me accept say you don't must know her because you're high, you don't care, and then something there. Because we don't treat these young girls as human. Even though Virginia did say, then I say Andrew did say to him, you're the same age as my daughters. Demons. Demons. So we must let go of these people. We have never benefited from them. All white people continue to do is extract wealth and services from us. Thief land from us. Use our wealth. Use our human resources. Use our natural resources. So we must not make America jog with on them pedophile road. Jamaica already infested with pedophile. The deeper we go with America, the more infested we are going to become. The world have different options now. When the world never have a broader option like the world had today, Cuba stood outside of the system and did better than we. Don't talk about the things that we say we claim say we have. and the opportunities what we claim that we have, what we can access, what we can afford. You're living in a democracy, but you can't afford to live in it. Listen, BRICS and the rest of them other places, we can't get loan from them. We can't do business with them. The Chinese have a financial system. The BRICS nation have a financial system, though it not fully rolled out yet, but it is bypassing sanctions. It is bypassing sanctions. We need to take control of our wealth, with natural resources, we make it benefit with. So with dollar can have better value. So we don't have to trade in America dollar. You understand? The world has sidestepped trading in American currency. And the more the world do that, the more America go down. Because the dollar, the more other countries stop do them trade in the American dollar, is the less value for the American dollar, and the more it go over the cliff. The world shouldn't allow one country to hold them at ransom when the world can unite and destroy the American economy tomorrow. It's not like when America didn't have anything to sell to the world. America not nothing to sell to the world again. China is the world marketplace. China have a line of credit. BRICS have a line of credit. So why should we be abused by some American pedophiles who are borrow from the Chinese them a fight with over the relationship we have with the Chinese them? And if America no borrow from the Chinese them, the American economy slap Bamadot. So are we fools to make these idiots a harangue with while them enjoy the benefits and what them try to cut way out? If we go to bed with the Americans and if we get rid of Chinese investment, our country is going to be held back for another 5 decades. Our country is going to be held back for another 50 years. Because anytime IMF money is spent in our country, anything we work have to pay back IMF. And have to develop our country. And have to raise with salary. And have to make sure the services in our country work is to pay back the IMF. BRICS have better insurance rate per loan. BRICS have better insurance rate per loan. BRICS loan don't come with policy. BRICS loan don't come with policy stipulation. So we need to think strategically, analyze the world, and stop punish ourselves. Let us stop drink the Kool-Aid of the American perception. We have a broader world now where information is more available. Yes, me know say one time Britain and America, they are served with one particular type of information. So we perceive our reality through their eyes. The world is not necessarily like that anymore. We can perceive reality through our eyes based on the availability of information, but you need to come off of TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and tap what you hope a fuck with them and read and educate on yourself and watch important things that will make us start think in a more broader and sensible term than not just lock ourselves into the dark tunnel of entertainment and so no laugh and so no get fat and funny. Anyway, come go on about your business a Friday night. It irritates me when the world one like say there's something special about America. It really irritates me. The IMF and the World Bank is no good for us. We're never going to develop under them. Where was the IMF and the World Bank before China can start the infrastructure development in our country? They have us swamp under debt. They have us paying interest forever. We cannot make this dumb guy who only have 4 years come and change policies. It's not even like say Donald Trump is going to be there for a long while. It's not even like he's going to be there for a long while. I want to make this youth come on the way for 4 years and just want change everything. So in a 4 year and no decide if you do no meaning full pushback. Me a Motley, warm to for your mouth. Warm to your mouth, me a Motley. Come in and know if they ain't got a bullfrog and padlock man for you. Me a Motley. Me don't know if Marco Rubio got a bullfrog man. Or me don't know if Donald Trump go fuck monkey for you. Me a Motley. Why you so silent? The whole house just vote for you there, you know. Me a Motley. The whole house just vote for you there. Both you and Joe are leftists. I wish Ralph Gonzalez was in office now. Maybe he would have something to say. But Joe silence as a social democrat. Me and Motley just gone silent so. Like somebody got a bullfrog man fear. Why? Just no mouth we cut crossway. Just no mouth we cut crossway. Them your mouth are days, yeah. Them your nowadays mouth. We can't trust our leaders anymore. Right now, we're there take side with Andrew Holness and me a fret. Because you know that tomorrow morning he can send out either Senator neck, Senator back, or Senator shoulder. But Senator neck, back, and shoulder, only so quiet. Labor right, dirty vloggers will leave Andrew problem pan we. Oh, not tan bad so. No, oh, not tan bad so. The one time we decide to go no little help. Uno run we left the war and say uno help Andrew fight it. Andrew, you know, say your people them no loyal. Andrew, you know, say your people them hate you as much as we hate you. Because Andrew, if it is that them loyal to you, you know, even if you go shit, they if you put their head in a shit with you. But the whole of them run off left you on the battlefield, you know. To put America go for gang you on the battlefield. Are we the same PNP have to run to your rescue? All on a vlogger, where they ain't got parliament, go big up. Keisha, Mac, Ian, Harding, Chopper, John, this black Indian, black Italian, whoever wanna be, Daddy Da, Brady Brown, Moody Moo. Where are you? One of them. Anybody know which dry touch they under just make we know so we can take we foot and kick with the dry touch? So the ants and snail them can crawl out from under the dry touch. Labor right on a turn too little. All under dry touch on can hold. Look how no turn little overnight. Just one white man talk and no capitulate. Just one white man open his mouth. And right now, if you smell on you must smell rank like a ram goat, oh no piss up on yourself. Right here now, Andrew Holness, if you take sleep, man, death. If US Lib Andrew Holness, if Labour right call if the wicked Trump call right now, so Labour right fi hand you over or in take with them visa. Labour right would hand you over before the daylight. Before daylight, Andrew Holness, you would in a jumpsuit. Because Labour right never swap them visa for you, may I tell you that. Because right now, I just advise them for raise for you. I just advise them for raise for you, Andrew. And almost 24 hours now, and we don't see nobody come out. Neither senator neck, neither senator back, nor senator shoulder. None of the mouthpiece them wanna have over several platforms. Then so shame they can't even drag with page anymore. My page quiet now, you see. My Facebook page so quiet because the Labour right them so shame. They even shame for cuss, because they never used to have constructive conversation anyway. They do just come cuss. Not even that they don't have chance anymore in a globalist. Not even chant. Look at KFC, we're out of them now. Look at KFC where they get September. We're out of them. And they know to say, then a KFC a taste they want another 5-4 years. So, they might lay down like a crocodile and conserve their energy till they get another meal again. But we never have to throw them under the bus, so Labour, right? We never have to leave it to we to come out and stand by the Prime Minister. We never have to leave it to PJ and Bruce to tell Andrew Holness, say, man up man, show some backbone and show say you're a man in the region. You know, see how me and Motley more manly than you? We don't know if you see, that's what PJ and Bruce tell him. You know, say me and Motley more manly, more you up on the world stage, Andrew. Stop lapping your tail when you go up on the world stage, Andrew, and speak like a man. See there? The one time the man go speak like a man. The one time the man go speak like a man, he get him in a trouble. When a wicked PNP come here, I mean, you know, come out a rally behind Andrew, Mark Golden, Dana Scott Motley, and the rest of them. I mean, you know, come out a rally behind Andrew. Because this call for national unity, you know, Mark Golden. And if we say Andrew make a half-hearted right move, we must encourage him. If he's making a half-hearted right move, we must encourage him. So I don't know why the PNP is so silent as well and come offer their support for the government and come out and denounce the US congressman. Why PNP? Why? Because not turn capitalists overnight and no worry about no visa because me want go give birth up the like Anvar's and Darel's daughter. Just asking for the uninterested. But this demands national unity. This demands national unity. and PNP as a staunch Cuba ally. Uno must rise to the occasion, lead from the front, and stop lead upon 1 foot from behind. Uno know say me tired of it. This is a national crisis. It demands national unity. But on the other hand, Andrew Holness not take no comfort in a national unity because him know say we walk with the rifle every day and we rifle pan him every day. So don't say this as a support for Andrew Holness and his domestic policy. Oh, certainly no. This is a matter of principle. The principle is Cuba. The principle is Cuba. And that's what we're supporting Andrew Holness on. So Marco Rubio, Carlos Gimenez, or whatever it is, and the pedophile child rapist president, take your tariffs and your sanction and shove it up Ivanka. All right? It's about time somebody stand up, leaders of this world come together and stand up against this barbarian called America. This barbarian. If Cuba fails, Caribbean healthcare suffer. If Cuba fails, Caribbean healthcare suffer. So we don't feel harbor it. And we don't feel make the Cuban them the American them think to say because we're Andrew have with domestic issue. Them are gonna have with international support. You're an enemy to the world, America, and the world still talk to you. So if Cuba is your enemy, we're entitled to talk to Cuba. We're entitled to talk to Cuba if Cuba is your enemy. We're Cuba no enemy. Why America and Israel and Britain want everybody to take side with for them criminality? And then when you take side with other people criminality, you're all sorts. When did white people ever have moral in this world to pronounce anybody else as anything? White people, come off it. Come off bloody it. Wherever you are sitting on, or however high you are sitting, come off the bullshit. The world know already so now vampire. The world know no thief, murderer, child molester, predators, pillagers, raper. The world knows that. Come off it. Those of us whose eyes are open knew it before the Epstein revelation. Everybody will never know now and know. Come off the bullshit. We know so now lizard. We know so now demon. I mean, what in your history, white people, what is it in your history that is there to be glorified? Ask yourself. Look at your history book. Look at your track record. There's nothing to glorify about you. This fuckery called democracy that will go on around. Oh, we built a system of democracy. What? A system of blood and gore. Democracy is about the blood and the rifle. Democracy is about rich white people. It serves nobody else. Come off the bullshit. Democracy don't have a long-lasting structure. It's democracy that allow young men to be walking around with them pants down them knee and women to be walking around with pussy printers. It's democracy. It's democracy that says we can marry to a horse, we can marry to ourselves, we can marry to another man, another woman, or another a dog if we want. It's democracy. What's there to be glorified? Like literally. Democracy is no difference from a hog pen. Stop letting people them fool you about stripping off your clothes and speaking bullshit. I know everybody use free speech carefully. I know everybody free speech makes sense. Country who's gone through colonialism need a level of authoritarianism to come out of this fuckery called democracy. It does not serve no country, but no country, no post-colonial country, barring India, has ever developed under this bullshit called democracy. There have to be a level of authoritarianism. There have to be a level of socialism mixed with the devil of capitalism. There's no one structure that works, no one size fit all. This was why China could have boomed so fast, because China take the best from democracy, the best from authoritarianism, and the best from capitalism, and China mix all those three together and explode, while America and Europe is saying, oh, we has passed the dirty hand work. Let's hand it over to those cheap old peasants who will never be able to develop and come to the development and technological and scientific standards as they have passed you, you idiot. They have passed you up. That's why they have supersonic missile we can lick your cloth without any defense. That's why they can assemble iPhone and you can't do it, you freaking idiot. While you get the chance, America, that you have in the last 200 and odd years, you use your knowledge and your money to walk and promote homosexuality, abortion, disease, war, famine, you name all of the drunkerism, America, that you could enforce upon the world. That's what you use your time and your money to do. While China was studying how to pass you up, while Russia was working its way to re-emerge on the global stage, while India was working its way up to a superpower as well. South Africa and the Caribbean, that we continue to capitulate to these bloody pedophile bastards of the West. Anyway, look how long me say me I go on and I'm still there. No, sir? Anyway, globalists, I think we're going to take our break tomorrow. Have your all self an enjoyable weekend, a restful weekend, and please do join us back on Sunday. And tomorrow we'll just put out some articles. So they'll be on our Facebook, on our website, and in the app. So support the thing. So thank you all very much for being here tonight. Lovely to have your support. Make sure you have yourself a restful and enjoyable weekend. And take very good care of yourself. Thank you, and good night from Global TV.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war and crime. Fight down war and crime. Say Rastafari. War and crime. And build up righteousness. And we love. And we love Jaja. And we love Jaja. Rastafari. Save all people. And we love Jaja. We love Jaja. We love Jaja. Rastafari. Save all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I and I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and crime. Fight down war and crime. Rastafari. War and crime. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari. And we love Jah. Me love Jaja. Me love Jaja. Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jaja. Rastafari.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.